Hello everyone, welcome to today's lecture. In our today's lecture, we are going to learn about classification of data mining system. But before we start, let's revise our previous lecture. In our previous lecture, we have learned about different data mining applications that on what application we can apply the data mining algorithms. And some of the applications are in marketing, we can apply it on the retail sector, on the healthcare centers, yes, etc. So the data mining is the concept that we can apply anywhere. So now let's start with our today's topic, which is a classification of data mining system. So data mining is an interdisciplinary field. So what do it mean by the interdisciplinary field? Interdisciplinary means it contains many types of data, like it contains a healthcare data, it contains a retail sector data, it contains any organization's data. Yes, it may contain many types of data. So that is why it is called the interdisciplinary field. It includes a database system, statistics, machine learning, visualization and information science, etc. So moreover, depending on the data mining approach used, techniques from other disciplinary may be applied, such as neural network, fuzzy logic or rough set theory, knowledge representation, inductive logic programming, or a high performance computing. So that are some approaches that may be applied. So depending on the kind of data to be mined or on the given data mining application, the data mining system may also integrate the techniques from spatial data analysis, information retrieval, pattern recognition, image analysis, signal processing, or computer graphics, web technology, economics, business, or the bioinformatics or the psychology. So we can apply any techniques based on the kinds of the data. There is a large varieties of data mining systems available. So the data mining system may integrate a tech from multiple techniques like spatial data analysis, information retrieval, pattern recognition, image processing, etc. The data mining classification helps user to differentiate a data mining system with data mining systems which matches their needs. So a data mining system can be categorized according to the various criteria like a database technology, statistics, machine learning, information science, visualization and other disciplines. Apart from this, data mining system can also be classified based on the kinds of databases mined, knowledge mined, techniques utilized and application adapted. So these are some criteria, and based on that criteria we differentiate the classification system. Yes. So it said that if we have some kind of problem, then on that particular kind of data mining technique is applied. If we have a data and on that the result is yes or no, so on that types of application, or we have to classify some data classify the data. So on that type of data we are applying the classification technique. If some grouping types of data is there, then on that we are applying the clustering technique. If some data is based on prediction, or if we want to predict some future based on the data, so on that types of system on that type of situation we are applying the regression technique. So it can be categorized on multiple criteria. So let's understand each in detail. So the first is a classification of data mining systems according to the type of data sources mined. Yes, the first is type of data sources, from where we are conducting our data or collecting our data. So that is also an important part for selecting the or for classifying the data mining system. So this classification is according to the type of data handled, such as the spatial data, multimedia data, time series data, text data, World Wide Web. Yes, if we are collecting the data source from we are collecting the data and the data is time series data, then on that we have to apply some other data mining techniques or we have to apply some neural network on that. Yes, but suppose we have worldwide data, then the technique we applied on, or the data mining system we applied on that data is different. So the classification of data mining system can be done with the data sources. Next is classification of data mining system according to the database involved. So a data mining system can be classified according to the kinds of database mined. Database system can be classified according to the different criteria such as data models or the types of data or the applications involved, each of which may require its own data mining techniques. Data mining system can therefore be classified accordingly. So the classification is based on the data model involved, such as a relational database, object-oriented database, or a data warehouse, or the transactional database. So if we have a data warehouse, then the data mining system is different. If we have a relational database, so on that the data mining system is different. So on that way we are differentiate or classify the data mining system. The third one is classification of data mining system according to the kind of knowledge discovered. Yes, so data mining system can be categorized according to the kind of knowledge they mine, that is based on the data mining functionalities such as characterization, discrimination, association, and correlation analysis, classification, prediction, clustering, outlier analysis, and evolutionary analysis. So a comprehensive data mining system usually provides a multiple and integrated data mining functionalities. So some system tends to be comprehensive system offering several data mining functionalities together. So in this topic we can understand that if we have we already know the data mining functionality. Yes, so based on our concept, suppose I know what kind of knowledge I want to gain from the data. Based on the knowledge you want, we are applying the data mining system accordingly. Yes, as I already said that if you want a future prediction from the data, then the techniques we are applied is a regression or the decision tree. So that is based on the knowledge discovered. The fourth one is a classification of data mining system according to the mining technique used. So this classification is according to the data analysis approach used such as machine learning, neural network, genetic algorithms, statistics, visualization, database oriented, and data warehouse object oriented. So data mining system can be characterized according to the underlying data mining techniques employed. This technique can be described according to the degree of user interaction involved. For example, and autonomous system interactive exploratory systems, query-driven systems, or the methods of the data analysis employed. For example, the database-oriented or the data warehouse-oriented techniques, machine learning, statistics, visualization, pattern recognition, neural network, and so on. So as a sophisticated data mining system will often adopt multiple data mining techniques or work out an effective integrated techniques, so that combines the merits of a few individual approach. So if I want some technique, yes, I want to use that type of technique. So based on the technique we are classified the data mining system. So suppose I want to use a neural network. So I use the technique that is I use a data mining system that supports neural networks. So that is how the classification is done. Apart from classification is also done according to the application adapted. So data mining system can also be categorized according to the application they adapt. For example, data mining system may tailored specifically for finance, telecommunication, DNA, stock market, email, and so on. So a different application often requires an integration of application-specific methods. Therefore, a generic all-purpose data mining system may not fit a domain-specific mining task. Yes. So suppose I want to work with only telecommunication. So we are classify some data mining system that work on only telecommunication, some work on only healthcare, some on only on retail section. So that types of classification based on the application, the data mining is classified. Data mining is also classified. So these are some types of system on that data mining system can be classified. So that is about the classification of data mining system. So let's revise that classification of data mining system can be categorized according to different criteria like statistics, machine learning, visualization, information science, database technologies. Yes. So in the database, kinds of database to be mined, it depends on what kinds of database to be mined. It is classified according to the data models like databases like relational, transactional, object-oriented, etc. So each of the model requires its own data mining techniques. Next is kinds of knowledge to be discovered. Next is kinds of data sources to be mined. So the data sources from that we are collecting the data. Based on that we can differentiate the data mining system. The third one is kinds of knowledge discovered. So it is based on the mining functionalities like what kind of knowledge to be mined, such as characterization, discriminations, yes, etc. So this is also a system gives a knowledge discovery at multiple levels of abstraction. So this method also helps to detect data irregularities such as exceptions and outliers. Next is a classification of data mining based on technique utilized. So it is based on technique used for data mining. These techniques are described according to the user interaction with the end system and the method of data analysis used, such as database oriented or the data warehouse oriented, etc. The last I have said is the kinds of application adapted. So it is based on the application adapted for data mining tasks, and different application requires the integration of application specific methods. For example, like retail, telecommunication, banking, or fraud analysis, DNA mining, stock market, etc. So these are some criteria from based on that we can classify the data mining system. So that's it for the today's lecture. Thank you so much for listening. Have a great day.